Good morning, afternoon or evening and welcome back to Edenia. My name is Clown and you're watching me play Prison Architect. Now for those of you who don't know, what is Prison Architect? Well, basically it's a game in which you manage a prison. You've got families visiting your prisoners, you've got guards, you've got janitors, you've got cell blocks, you've got the whole lot. You've got staff, you've got storage. It's basically a tycoon game. You are managing a prison and you need to make a profit. Now there is apparently a very hard to read notebook page over here. We're not going to pay any attention to that right now, but you'll find all sorts of hidden Easter eggs throughout the game in the form of notebooks and Polaroids. We'll certainly get back to that sometime soon. First of all, this is an already built prison. I just checked my old save files and I had something. If you're starting a new game and you already know this game, then you should check your save files, because if you look under here, under valuation, you can see what your prison is worth. The starting rent normally is $50,000, but we're going to sell this prison for $200,000, so we've got a little bit more room to breathe. So let's sell it. There we go. And now we can choose a new prison. So let's go for a small prison. I love to start small and then expand the land. We'll have forest, that's fine. We don't want lakes or buildings. We do want failure conditions. Failure conditions means that if you go bankrupt or there's too many deaths or escapes, you'll transform into a prisoner and you have to escape, which is fun. Gangs, we do want gangs because they add a lot of challenge to the game, and I like a bit of challenge. We do want random events, it's fine. Weather and temperature, that's fine as well. We don't want unlimited funds, we want to start with 200,000. Now we can choose the warden as well. There are 6 wardens in all you can choose from. The basic warden is, as it says here, the most balanced individual on the planet. He does his job and nothing else. People just call him the warden, which is fine if you're starting out, but you can also pick the pacifier. The pacifier is just like the warden. He doesn't have any benefits except for the temperature. He'll keep the temperature down, and it's not nothing to do with this temperature, but it's about how likely it is a riot will break out. This guy, he will make sure that your prisoners remain calm. So he's very good for your first game. And there's also a couple of other ones. This one will make sure that you get a bit more cash flow going from contraband. This one's very good if you have trouble with people escaping. This guy will make sure that your guard dogs have a 50% chance of fully uncovering any tunnels, which is great. This one will help you suppress your prisoners, and this one will make sure that you don't get any violent, lethal, volatile, deadly, or fighters in your prison, or at least not as much. We're going to go with the pacifier just because it's a very balanced warden with the extra benefit of keeping the temperature down. So let's go. We'll have a small prison, and we'll start with 200,000 something. Apparently, we still got a bit of a. Oh, still got a bit of money from the basic start, the basic starting grant, I guess. Anyway, enough money to build the prison of our dreams. We will designate some areas. This is the map. This is the map we've got. We've got a lot of trees. Trees are good actually because they take your workforce, and they will take a lot of time to cut down, but they will provide a basic income as you can sell the wood, which is good. You want to sell some wood in the beginning. We've got deliveries and we've got garbage, which is fine. Let's just keep the game run. We don't need to pause the game at this moment because there's nothing we need to keep track of. We do, however, want to start planning. Now, this is a planning tool. This is one of the things I would like in every single building game. You can draw planning, and this will not input performance. So your workers will not actually build this until you put a foundation on top of this. Now let's cancel that because we don't actually want a foundation over here. But what we do want is a wall around the entire place. So let's start with that. Let's grab the walls and we'll go from this corner and we'll plan it out like this: 1, 2, 3, and we'll do it like that in every corner. So this is a corner of the road, and we'll do 1, 2, 3. There we go. That's 3 spaces of difference. This is 3 spaces of difference, and this is 3 spaces of difference as well. So that's great. There we go. We'll do it here as well. 1, 2, 3. And we'll go straight down to here. This is going to be a fence around the entire perimeter. And since we've got a starter grant, let's start with a perimeter wall. It costs $200 per square. But it is ever so powerful. We also need to measure out the center, which is easier said than done. Let's see if we can get the let's see, this is 80 meters. You can see if you drag, there's a number, and if you zoom out enough, you can still read this as 80. So that's good. So we need 40 blocks from here. This is going to be the middle, and then this is going to be 40 as well. Yes. Alright, so we want the entrance about here, which is good. Let's move the deliveries and the garbage, because we don't want the deliveries and the garbage in the wall. It's a bit silly. So let's move deliveries to... I can't see due to the planning where the actual rooms start. Do we want this within the walls or outside? I guess we want them inside. Yes. So perhaps we can do something like this. Let's have this and this. We'll get rid of this planning, and we'll disassemble this light because it's in the way, and we'll put lights on the outside, nice and easy. And we can have deliveries here and garbage here. That's fine for now, I guess. But we will want to get rid of this in the near future. There we go. So let's have deliveries over here. Where is it? Deliveries. We'll have a 10 by 3. We'll also get rid of this tree. Dismantle. There we go. And we will have garbage over here. Also 10 meters long. So that will be the basics for now. Let's start with the perimeter wall. You can do a couple of perimeter walls. You can just have a concrete wall, a brick wall, an actual perimeter wall. You can also do a fence, which is very cheap, but the perimeter wall is expensive, but also worth it. Prisoners will have a very hard time digging through this. So we'll make the basic facility out of this perimeter wall. And we'll have just a bit of a walkway around it, so there we go. This will transform into a perimeter wall as well. Now we also need a storage room. We don't really have a room just yet, but we'll just designate a place on the other side of the road for storage. Just a little 4x4, just so we can store the deliveries that are not being used. Now, these guys, I'll put this on extra speed. These guys will build a perimeter wall. Look at that. That is a wall. It's got nice barbed wire concrete wall. Prisoners are not going to be able to skip this one. Not easily. So that's good for now. We also want to start planning our entrances, because we want the prisoners to go through to another place than the families and staff. So let's measure it out. Let's what should we do? Should we have... Oh, you know what? We've not spent a lot of money. We could have a double perimeter wall just to be extra secure. And we'll have walkways between them. Perhaps that's not even such a bad idea. You know what? Let's do it. let's do a double perimeter wall. I think that's a great idea. These guys are going to be busy on the double perimeter wall for quite a while. Let's leave a walking space of 3, I guess. No, you know what? We'll just have a normal fence between the perimeter wall and the facilities, because sometimes people throw things over the wall. And if they do, prisoners will not be able to pick them up because there's a fence in the way. So we'll just have a regular old fence. Let's have a budget option. There we go. And then we'll have some doors in between the fence. Let's make them jail doors. There we go. We'll have a double jail door on this side and on this side. Yeah, that's right. And we'll have 2 more jail doors, and this will be the first building. So let's go for a foundation. And let's make this out of concrete. Let's not make it look nice. Let's make it look intimidating. So there we go. This is going to be the building, and we'll have an 8 by 8 building, I guess. Yeah, that's fine. Now I do want to keep little gaps between buildings. I don't want everything packed together because, well, truth be told, it's just very ugly, and I don't like ugly things. There we go. We'll remove this door because it's not very functional, and we'll put it there. There we go. Some people are building the fence. Barbed wire fence. There we go. Looking all nice. I think the perimeter wall, oh, it's not very much done just yet. I thought it would be done because they were all working on the actual chain link fence, but no. Sadly, we'll have a couple more of these workmen. Let's have 16 in total. That's fine. 16 in total. All right. So we've got some grants. You can take grants to get an advanced pay, and it will also work as your means to progress in this game. So first of all, you're gonna want to start with a basic detention center. Also, let's put the intake to filter capacity. And do we only want medium security prisoners, or do we want a low security prisoner every now and again? I think we do. Minimum security. We're not ready for maximum security just yet. Those guys are crazy. Minimum security, that's fine. We'll just leave them in with the medium security, and they will go on parole very fast. So they're kind of like in and out. That's fine. We don't mind them in and out. It's good. So they're working effortlessly on this beautiful, beautiful wall. Now we've also got this building, and these buildings need a couple of things. First of all, they need to be designated a room. So this will be our reception. This will be the reception. No, it won't, by the way. This will just be a hall. This will not be anything except for a hall. So let's put some lights in the corners. These lights will not be functional until we build a power station, but we'll get to that in a second. Now, we want checkpoints. We want a lot of checkpoints, especially in between buildings. So we'll just have these little 2x2 rooms. We'll put a jail door here, another jail door there. Do we want it this small? I think we want it a bit bigger. 4x4. Yeah, it just gives you a bit more breathing space. You know what? Perhaps even a 3x3 will be enough. This will mean that it's not completely symmetrical, but that's fine. This room, we can even shorten this just a bit, but this prison will not be meant to be symmetrical. If better yet, we'll put it here. Put it right next to this fence. We'll leave a gap in between. This will... Yeah, we do need a double door over here because this is going to be the entrance. We need a guard up here at all times. So, this will close that way. This will close that way. People can run into here. Yeah, that's fine. Alright, so... this is going to be staff and storage and whatnot. This part of the facility. Up here is going to be the actual prison. So let's start with a jail door. We also need a jail door here, by the way, and here as well. There we go. Now, as you can see, this has a door, which is an entrance, and now it will be done. This will also lead into another area, and we can have our holding cell up here. So visitors can go this way and they can peek inside and they can be all, ooh, look at the prisoners. Should we make this? I guess we should. Let's dismantle this. Very sorry for being so picky, but I want to do this right. If this is going to be a holding cell, we do want it to be able to lead to somewhere. So let's put a concrete wall there. It's fine. So yeah, that's better. So we'll have a reception, a reception with a holding cell right next to it. So prisoners can go this way. They can be processed. They can get a new uniform. We'll have a concrete brick building. Let's make it nice and big. So reception, it will be 8 wide. 8 wide is fine. And we'll make it a bit bigger so we can fit a holding cell. Now we'll also stretch this wall just a bit so it aligns. Look at that, working tirelessly. I think the wall is done, right? Yes, it's done. Great. Alright, now we need a dividing wall. So let's grab a concrete wall like this. This will be a reception, that's fine. And we'll have a... Let's see, this is 4, this is 4 as well. Let's get rid of the middle bit. And we'll put a large steel door up against here. We'll put some... let's make this a holding cell then. There we go. Minimum size is good enough. We need enclosed, so we need the walls and doors, which is being done. It's also indoors, so we need a toilet and a bench at the very least. So let's have a toilet up in this corner. And we'll give him some privacy for now. We'll give him a room and a door, which is fine. We'll even give him his own light. There we go. Some lights up here. We'll need some lights in the reception as well. So let's designate this room the reception. We'll get prisoners here. There we go. Now this needs a toilet and a bench. So let's get some benches. Get a bench up here, a bench up here, and a bench up here. There we go. A couple of benches. We'll also get a phone booth, 2 even. We'll have to fight over it. And we can have, well, we'll not have a shower, I guess. We could have a shower, but let's not. It's going to be a real messy shower if we do it like that. You know what? They can have a TV or a radio. Let's have a radio, because otherwise they'll have to be facing the place. There we go. 1 radio. Share, you bastards. Alright, there we go. We need some objects for the reception. So let's have a desk. Slap bang in the middle. We'll have a chair. And we'll have some tables by the side, because people will need to put their belongings on a table and whatnot. And only if that's done, they can go to the next area. So they'll put down the stuff right here. We'll also need some... Let's see, where are they? Metal detectors. We'll need them way earlier, but we'll also have some metal detectors up here. Should we need double? I don't think we need double. Now let's just put them here by the main entrance, and we'll have some later on as well. For instance, as they exit the reception, I want to make sure that a new uniform also doesn't contain any knives. So let's then put a door in here. A large steel door, there we go. And that's going to be the basics. That's going to be the very, very basics of getting prisoners into our prison. So now we need to think about doing some things like, for instance, power, but also water and the likes. So we'll get visitors, we'll get them through here. We'll probably make some building for visitation over here later on. We don't want it just yet. We just want to get on with it. So this is going to be a checkpoint. We'll have checkpoints every now and again. Just a small room where we can can make sure that everything that goes through is safe. We'll have a guard in here. The guard will be opening the gates and checking the prisoners and whatnot. If there's ever a prisoner in this area, he will check them. So that's going to be fine. We will have... oh, there is something here. A notebook page. The office. Main menu. This is very illegible. Your boss is CEO of the company. That's about the only thing I can read from this. You owe in your small office next door to your boss. Much larger of. Yeah, I can't read any of this. Let's go back to foundations. Let's build a concrete building. There we go. Let's make it fairly large, because we'll also house all the power in here. Let's make it rather big. There we go. We'll join the walls to there. And this will have a staff door, because this will be staff only. There we go. Now, as soon as this is done, we'll have some offices up here. We'll have the utilities, I think, in these spaces. We can seal this off with a corridor. Speaking of which, we can have a corridor along here. It's going to be fine. We'll have a jail door, another one. And normally you wouldn't build this much at once. You want to have some prisoners first, but since we started with a bit of a grant, we can afford to have some luxuries. So yeah, we're gonna build some stuff. Let's fast forward through this process, because the first thing is a basic detention center, but also you can take a grant for the administration center, and we will need this sooner rather than later. So this is done. Great. There we go. Very nice. And now, oh, I've made this brick, sadly. Let's turn this into concrete. There we go. So yeah, let's start with... yeah, should we put the power generator? No, we should give it a building. I think they should have a building. Let's just put them in here, and we'll make the bottom bit storage. So we'll have a power generator. We'll also have a water pump. How wide is this going to be? Not very. And we'll have a water boiler as well. We need all these things. We need all these things. The water boiler, however, I don't think it's going to be able to carry hot water all the way to the prison itself. So let's wait for a location on that one. Also, as you can see here, we're already using quite a bit of power. Now, if we put capacitors against this, it will be stronger. We'll put a load of capacitors around this, like so. And we'll put a nice, neat little wall around here as well. We'll have it staff only. We'll have a staff door on this side. It's fine. We can probably even squeeze in a little office down here. Or we could make this the storage. Possibilities are endless. Yeah, let's make this storage, right? I think it's very smart to make this storage. Rooms, there we go. We will have a nice little storage room up here. I think that's big enough. Nope, we need a bit smaller on this side and one larger on the upside. There we go. So they're putting in the walls, putting in capacitors so we can have more power. That's great. And a bit of storage, that's also great. We'll have a corridor right down to here. From here to here. And we'll fill the thing with lights. Now, on the utilities you can also grab these big power cables and pull them through your prison. So let's hook these up. These are the metal detectors. These will also cover all the lights. You don't need to actually hook up every single light. It will spread underground for the smaller things like lamps and telephone booths and whatnot. So this will be probably all lit. We will need some lights in these rooms. Let's have one central light. Also with these, we'll have 2 lights in these corners. You know what? We'll give it 4 lights, this one. There we go. So we'll have a bit of a storage room. We'll need to get rid of this storage room, but not until I sell these objects. Mostly the wood. Because you can sell the wood for a pretty penny. There we go. We've got more storage now. This will be all put in here. Lights installed. That's good. And let's also install some lights in this corridor. So every now and again, I don't really want to count, but there we go. Something like that. We'll have some lights. That's great. And now we will have the offices. So we need a staff room and some offices. Now for the offices themselves, we can have probably just a very small corridor. There we go. We'll have this. We'll have this. There is no actual middle, so there's hopefully no fighting either about which is the biggest office. If we do something like this, and then something like this. There we go. And we'll have this as a corridor. That's 4 offices, readily made. We'll have the rest as a staff room. There we go. This is all going to be staff room, unless otherwise told. So let's put the let's put a staff door up here, so they can actually build it. And now we can also sell these objects once again. There we go. There we go. Offices being built. We need some lights on every single door. And in the corners here as well. Perhaps one here as well and here. I think that will be quite satisfactory. There we go. Electrical cables, people. There we go. I think that's a bit too long. I think this will be quite satisfactory. There we go. Yeah, this will reach all the way to... Yeah, that will reach fine. Great. So let's make these offices so we can actually see what we need for an office. Where is the office? There we go. And we'll make this no room at all. These will be offices as well. So we need some desks. Desks and chairs. We'll have this as an office. We need this facing the right way. We'll have some filing cabinets in the corner. I think that's quite nice. We'll have a... You know what? This is going to be the warden's office. We'll have some lazy chairs in the corner, so if he's having visitors, you can talk to him face to face. We'll have one personal lazy boy in the back as well. There we go. And now we can finally hire the warden. Now that's quite a bit done in our first episode. We want to get prisoners in as soon as possible, because right now we are not building a prison, but we're building an administration office. Of course we want to be building a prison, so we're going to get some prisoner intake. So yeah, we can do pretty much whatever we like, which is a great thing. We do need some water up here. I just forgot about that. We'll get a water pipe going. We'll have a small water pipe up to here. That's fine. They'll get on building it. That's good. So yeah, we do need some utilities and some more things like showers, a yard, a kitchen, a canteen. Otherwise, we won't have anything for the prisoners to do, eat, or somewhere to stay. So that's going to be very bad. Of course, we could take in a couple prisoners, see how they like it, not having any facilities. But I think that's gonna kill the mood a bit. So we're going to do this next episode. We'll also finish the administration center and we'll see to getting some prisoners here. So yeah, tell me what you like. Tell me what you like, what you don't like about this series in the comments. This series came out of the poll as the clear winner. Also, the comments left on the video, what should I play next, were clearly geared towards Prison Architect. Although City Skylines got a lot of love as well, which is great. But once again, thank you very much for watching. If you did like it, please press the like button. There we go. Press the like button, it really helps. And if you didn't like it, you can also press the dislike button. But for now, I'm CrimicClown. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you all next time. Have a great day.